Okay, so I'm using my little no-cry screwdriver to remove some of these panels that are surrounding this window. I think it's a Velux. Trying to remember where the screws go. Just the right ones and the left side should be fairly easy. I don't want to lose any. The problem is these ones are easy. Now up here, this part up here looks like it might be gone. I want to get this piece off. And I might have to unscrew some more stuff because I want to lift this whole piece up. I did it over there, but it's stuck in the corner. So, and there's loads of crap underneath there. And also the mechanism for opening and closing the window, and I can lube that up while I'm in here. So the hard part is going to be just getting this top off, and I'll come back to that in a minute when I figure it out. Okay, so I just got this panel off here, and what I've realized now is the silicone is completely gone on the other side. And there's loads of stuff, rubbish in there. I got to clean all this. Got to clean all this off and reseal this piece. So we're on the right track here. This window's at least 20 years old, so it's time for the new sealant. I'll take that piece off too. So now I'm just trying to figure out this top piece. Okay, so you got to take your needle nose and bend this edge up a little bit so you can get this out. Then if you lift it, this goes underneath there, so you got to lift it out and it'll come out. Now I think I just got to do a bit more over on that side. Hopefully there's nothing in the middle holding it, but as long as I can get to that frame, good. I don't care if it comes completely out or not. So just go over there. Got lots of stuff on the roof here. Trip hazards everywhere. Oh, hope that wasn't a tile that popped. So we're just lifting that up a little bit more. So okay, now those are interesting. I don't know how those are. They're just pushed in there. It looks like just a push fit. This little clip here holding it in. It's just a push in. So now I can get the rest of this off and clean it all up and reseal it with some Dow Corning Dowsil 791 black. Now I don't want to know if that was a cracked tile a minute ago, or I'll be using that over there too. So got to take this little bottom maybe panel off. That holds the whole damn glass in place, really. Sheesh. We'll see what happens if I loosen it up. I don't want it all fall. I'm going to do the top part first, maybe, before I mess with that. Okay, see what happens. Okay, so I got this whole frame off. Yep. And then you can see the sealant. It's a pretty good patch of sealant on there. I've cleaned this side already. Got acetone on there. I got to make sure I lube everything before I go. So I'm just taking a razor blade like this. I call it a razor blade. And then some window cleaner, and then wetting it down while I scrape it off, because if you leave it dry, it'll scratch possibly. So I'm leaving this bottom piece on. I was actually going to leave this on because I thought it was the glass was part of it, but it's not. So I got to take that stuff off the top, get it all clean, and then I use acetone after I get it all cleaned with just window cleaner. Acetone on both the aluminum and the window to clean it so it's glue sticks good. Okay, so that's it. Well, shoot, I didn't show you the sealant part of it. So I was thinking of putting it on the metal first, but I ended up putting it on the glass, and I went around 2 times. I made sure I had a really nice fat joint on there, and hopefully a little bit is squeezing out all the way around. Like where it's squeezing out, that's a good sign. Sorry about that, but I just got confused. I forgot the story on it, so I got that one a little bit close there. And I don't want to get any more on my fingers on the glass. So I'll let that one dry for a little bit, I guess, more. before I do anything else. I was looking for that a minute ago. That's a spacer. It goes underneath there. I wonder if I could live without it. If I have to lift that up and stick it in there for a second. What do you think? Just that little bit. I think I'm going to lift this little up here a little bit and shove it in there. It's a pain, but I looked for it, I couldn't find it. So now it's back. I got to suffer the penalty. That was the best part, I guess, there. I just lifted it up. There's one down there, and I stuck it in up there. It's sticking to the top now. The sealant looks good all the way along there, so put it back down and scrunch it down with the hand action on there. Then I'm just looking here at this corner though. I think I've taken the sealant down. I'm gonna go get some more and squirt in this corner here, and maybe I'll have a quick look over there in that corner too. Okay, got most of the screws back in. A little bit of a mess on the side here, but we're not worried about that at the moment. Those screws are in. These side panel screws are in. Now this one's where you got to lift it up and get it underneath that. Okay, you go in there. So this side's almost in here. I'm in underneath. Gonna need two hands, but anyway, just wiggle it back in there, screw it down, and then bend these things back into place. So that's what you gotta do. Wiggle, wiggle, and jiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, and screw. Wiggle, wiggle, jiggle, and screw. Of course the screwdriver's over there. I need my needle nose to get it. I'll go back over there, work on that side. Okay, I forgot about these gray things. They ended up just coming, sort of popping off like that. Now, looks like I got the long side over there. That looked good. No, I think it's the other way around. Short side. Nope. Hope it's the long side. That doesn't look right, but I'm gonna leave it. It's there. So now I'm gonna go back to jiggling this thing in place. Okay, needle nose, screwdriver over there. Oh, that's the sound of getting old, grunting and groaning every time you get a chance. Sorry. I didn't think I would complain about getting old, but it's worth complaining about, believe me, when you get there. Okay, I keep having the screwdriver on the wrong side. So I finished this one over here, wiggled it back in there, and the mistake was putting that screw there in first. So I had to take it out, lift it all up, and then I squished it all back together there. And then over here, same thing, I'll have to lift it up and take that screw out of there, and then use that to go back in there, and then don't forget that little one down there, and bend it all back together. Okay, this is the last one, I think, of repairing the sealant around a Velux window frame. Now, it's not perfect, but I think it's going to work. Now, the last little thing I got to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of sealant here, because that looks like water's been getting in through these screw holes. And I did an old real cowboy trick and just took a little sealant and dabbed it on top of these screws. I don't know if they're stainless, they're zinc plated, but nobody's going to see it, and that sealant will stay on there for a few years and protect that screw. So same thing over here, I'll just put a little sealant on there. So now this first one goes on easy enough after I put the sealant on there. I didn't want these things to come off real easy. I mean, I didn't want them to be hard to get off, but I need a little bit of sealant there. So we'll just line that one up where it goes. That's about right. And the screws can be longish, not too long, but they don't have to be real short. Now this other one's a little bit tricky because of this gray thing up here. So you just have to be patient and just slide it up there. That went pretty quick. Just wiggle it until you get up a screw hole. And then down here at the bottom, at some point in the past, they broke a screw off in that one, so somebody's re-screwed that. So I just got to find one more screw in my pockets, screw it down, and a final cleanup. And I think it's done. The only thing I really kind of wanted to do was this bottom edge, because I was afraid the whole glass would slide off the roof. If it leaks, I'll put some sealant on this edge here. I don't want to do it right now. I could do it right now, I guess. Take away the question work. What do I think? What's your vote? Anybody got a vote on that? Do I do it now or later?